ISL Season 3. Of course, I am not alone here. I'm here with my partner in crime.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Hayden.
So yeah, here we are, back for week 2 recap. First of all, Boo forfeited his battle last week. Still had to forfeit his battle this week as well because, I don't know, he's short on time. He had something to do with baseball. I didn't really understand it, but hey. So that makes the New England Patriots 2-0 currently. It got the 3-0 victory from the forfeit. So yeah, that's just the first thing I want to point out. So 7 battles again this week, which we will recap for you guys. Let's start off with the first one. Hayden, if you want to go with the first battle, man, go ahead.
Okay. Which battle am I doing again?
I don't know. Go ahead. Just find a fun one.
Okay, I believe my first one is going to be Bob, who coach of the Atlanta Sharks, and he faced Maple, coach of the Palestinian Amoonguss. Let me just find that on my little notes here. Okay, so Maple brought Darmanitan, Gyarados, Emolga, Latias, Porygon 2, and Mega Swampert, and Bob brought Slowbro, Togetic, Mienshao, Mega Manectric, Hippowdon, and Stoutland. And it was a Gyarados Mega Manectric lead. Bob obviously just wanted to get the Mega off, and Gyarados was interesting.
Yeah, maybe it was
really,
like predicting a Mienshao lead, that's my guess.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nothing really interesting happened, just a lot of switching around. And then turn 11, Porygon 2 finally takes out Mega Manectric with Ice Beam after it just looked like Bob sacked it off. And then turn 15, Gyarados misses a Stone Edge on Togetic. And the reason why this is big is because turn 13, Gyarados is a taunt Gyarados. So he taunted Togetic, went for Stone Edge, brought him down to, I think it did 25%. Another one would have done 50%, and then I believe he could have got off one more before he had to taunt again. So that was kind of big. It let Togetic switch out with relatively good health. And then a whole bunch more switching around, and then eventually Stoutland, turn 23, comes in, takes out Gyarados with a Wild Charge. Then turn 27, Hippowdon goes for Earthquake on Porygon 2 and gets a crit. And the reason why this is big is it brought Porygon 2 down to low health, so it had to switch out, so it couldn't wall Hippowdon anymore. Then turn 36, Hippowdon takes down Emolga with Stealth Rocks. And what that means is basically Hippowdon set up Stealth Rocks earlier, and Emolga just switched in, died. I'll be referring to that a lot when I go over these matches. Turn 40, Latias goes for Psyshock on Hippowdon and gets a crit. This is big because Hippowdon can now not live another one and slack off. And next turn, Latias takes out Hippowdon with Psyshock, but Sandstorm does count as kills this season, so Hippowdon does take out Latias with Sandstorm. And then Stoutland comes in with that Sand Rush and takes out Darmanitan with Return. And then Slowbro takes out Porygon 2 with Toxic after Stoutland did a lot with Return. And I'm pretty sure Porygon 2 paralyzed Stoutland here. And then Maple brings in Mega Swampert, and to save differential, Bob switches out to Slowbro, takes a Hammer Arm, takes another one, and then takes out Mega Swampert with Grass Knot. Bob ends up winning 4-0 and getting his first win of the season.
Yeah, so it's kind of this match basically showed that Stoutland is something to deal with, even though it's up down in NU. But yeah, in down in NU, you and Hippopotas as a sand setter. So it goes to show you, Stoutland picking up 3 kills, it can really dent teams, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and go to the second battle. And it's a battle from Hayden.
Hey.
You know who he is, basically. This was kind of a long battle. He faced Braden and the Seattle Superiors. The Rhyhorns lead with Salamence, while the Superiors lead with the Diancie. And this basically means the settlement has to switch out, so it goes out into the Florges while the DNC sets up the rocks. The Florges goes for the safe play and wishes, while the DNC sets up one Calm Mind. Then the Rhyhorns decide to switch out into the Entei on the incoming Diamond Storm, so that basically kills the Entei. So the Entei did pretty much nothing the entire game. Then the Manaphy comes in, sets up a Tail Glow. The DNC gets one special attack drop with the Moonblast. And then the Uxie comes in as a dedicated wall for the Manaphy, which did a pretty good job at walling the Manaphy, so yeah, that's pretty good. Then Forge comes in, the Uxie decides to U-turn out to the Heatran, so the Heatran is kind of a wall for the Florges in a sense. The Florges decides to switch out into the Salamence. That gets burned by the incoming Will-O-Wisp from the Heatran. So the Togekiss then comes in on the Salamence. Then the Florges comes in on Togekiss and goes for Heal Bell, so Mance is not burned. Then the Heatran is basically standing switching for Florges. And Manaphy then comes in onto another Will-O-Wisp from the Heatran. Then Heatran is forced to switch out. And the Manaphy just does some shenanigans. I think a Tail Glow, not sure.
It did.
And a couple turns later, the Florges is up versus the DNC. The Florges decides to switch out into the Mega Gardevoir. Gardevoir takes 62% from the Diamond Storm. It still is forced out by the Mega Gardevoir, it still is forced out by the Mega Gardevoir, so the DNC goes into the Uxie. The Uxie, same for Florges, is a pretty good wall for Mega Gardevoir as well. This is the point in the game where the Uxie shows Iron Tail, so it was kind of a mixed Uxie, or just a regular special defensive Uxie with Iron Tail and Thunderbolt for the Manaphy. So it had a lot of coverage and was a really good wall for Brayden's team. A lot of wishing and switching is happening.
Yeah, right there I switched out because of the defense drop. Iron Tail really didn't do enough for me to really worry about it. But the defense drop made it do like 50% the next time, and I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't remember the defense drop, but it's
Uxie goes for Iron Tail on floor, just gets the defense drop. And then I switch out to Manaphy, next turn, hits, gets the defense drop again.
I guess you're right, I don't know. But then a lot of wishing and switching is happening until at some point the Electivire is in on the Manaphy. The Electivire then decides to switch out or something because I think I forgot to write down something. Then the Manaphy gets a chance to set up 2 Tail Glows. The Thunderbolt from the Uxie doesn't really hurt the Manaphy. It is a 5-hit KO because the Manaphy was leftovers, and of course the Uxie is not invested and it's not stabbed, so it only did like 25%. Then after a while the Manaphy kills the Uxie with Scald. And then the Electivire comes in, but the Manaphy still switches out since it was kind of a weird condition for Rhyhorns. Then the Salamence dies to 2 Wild Charge, I think. 2 Wild Charges. Then after some switching, the Mega Blastoise is up against the Florges. It burns the Florges with the Scald. The Florges keeps on wishing. Until some point, the DNC comes in on a Protect from the Florges. Then the DNC decides to go for Calm Mind, where Manaphy just comes into the DNC. It sets up 2 Tail Glows. It got 1 special attack drop from the Moonblast. Then the Mega Blastoise comes in, and that dies to an Energy Ball from the Manaphy. Then the Electivire comes in and kills the Manaphy with a Wild Charge. The DNC then comes in and kills the Gardevoir with the Diamond Storm. And then it proceeds to set up the rocks. I thought this was for Sage Weavile, but in the chat Brayden said that it was a misclick, so it didn't really matter. The DNC then kills the Florges with Diamond Storm, and a turn after that it kills the Weavile with the Diamond Storm after the Weavile fake outed earlier. So Brayden picking up a 4-0 victory, the DNC picking up 4 kills and the Electivire picking up 2 kills. And the Manaphy on the Rhyhorn side picking up 2 kills as well. So yeah, this, in my opinion, was a battle pretty much in favor of Brayden because he had a lot of good walls for Hayden's team. And Hayden also told me that some of his sets didn't save properly. So yeah, that's of course kind of a bummer for him. But hey, stuff can happen, man. Sucks. Yep. It sucks. Yeah, basically everything I had. Okay, if you don't want to talk about it, sure. Then you can go ahead and talk about my battle or another battle. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, let's go to your battle.
Go ahead. It's fine.
Okay, so Ramon, my co-host here, coach of the Rotterdam Staraptors, is facing Cam of the Manifest City. Oh, just Manifest City. And Ramon brought Mamoswine, Ambipom, Crobat, Gastrodon, Delphox, and Sylveon. And Cam brought Mega Absol, Kyurem Black, Tornadus, Wobbuffet, Empoleon, and Tangrowth. And this was kind of interesting. Cam decided to lead Wobbuffet, and I was actually watching his battle on his channel because there wasn't a link posted on the spreadsheet. So he said he only brought it for, I believe he said Excadrill. That's why he brought it. So he just was basically putting it out there to see what he could do with it. And it actually put in some work early game. Wobbuffet encores Mamoswine into Stealth Rocks. So basically Kyurem Black gets a free switch in. Then after a few Iron Heads, Kyurem Black takes out Mamoswine turn 4. Then a few switching goes on. Then turn 7, Wobbuffet encores Sylveon into Toxic. So Empoleon gets a free switch in and gets to defog away the rocks. And Mamoswine turned out to be the only rock setter on Ramon's team. So that was good play using Wobbuffet like that. And then some more switching happens. And then this was kind of interesting. Turn 11, Cam decides to switch in Tangrowth into Gastrodon Scald. And it gets burned. So, and it was a mixed Tangrowth with Poison Jab for the Sylveon. So that's basically neutralized. Then turn 12, Wobbuffet takes out Crobat with counter, and then Ambipom quickly takes Revenge Kills Wobbuffet with Fake Out. And then a few more switching happens, and then turns 18 and 19, Sylveon sets up to +2 with Calm Mind. And I thought we might see a little Sylveon sweep here. But Kyurem Black on turn 21 goes for Iron Head and against Sylveon and gets the flinch, unfortunately for Ramon. So unless he wanted Sylveon to get taken out, he had to switch out. And then turn 26, Kyurem Black takes out Gastrodon with Dragon Claw. Turn 28, Empoleon takes out Ambipom with Flash Cannon. Then the next turn, Delphox comes in, Revenge Kills Empoleon with Flamethrower. Then I believe you showed Choppleberry Delphox. Which...
It's not a berry. It's Choppleberries for fighting.
Oh,
Colberberry.
Colberberry.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, guys.
Doesn't matter.
But yeah, he showed that, and it took a Sucker Punch from a Mega Absol, and barely missed out on the KO with, I believe, Fire Blast.
Yeah, it was a low roll. So
yeah, it lived on, what was it, 5 or 10%, something like that?
But it didn't really matter because the Sucker Punch from Mega Absol also was a low roll, so it's fair and square.
Okay. So basically, next turn, Mega Absol outspeeds and kills Delphox with Knockoff. Then Sylveon comes in, Mega Absol misses a Zen Headbutt, and Sylveon gets one more kill with Hyper Voice, and then Kyurem Black just comes in and takes out Sylveon with Iron Head. Cam wins 3-0, advancing to 2-0, and Ramon, like myself, starts out the season 0-2.
Yeah. So we are both not having a really good start, but that's probably gonna change. I'm pretty sure that.
Yeah, we're gonna come back.
We're gonna bounce back, as all the Americans say. Bounce back.
We're gonna face each other in the finals.
Yo, if that happens, man. I don't think that will happen, but hey.
Hey, believe.
Believe in Wa. No, we're not Wa. Okay, let's go into the fourth battle. Enough jerking around. Let's go into the fourth battle of the week. It's the Amoonguss Kingdom, coached by us, versus the Death Starmies, coached by Cornet. I was talking yesterday to Cornet. Everyone has to remember how you say his name, because as kind of a joke, I keep calling him Corn, because Ty in the power rankings does it. Everyone in calls him Corn, except for us. We call him Cornet as he should be called. So from now on, he has to be called Cornet and not Corn, because corn is a vegetable. It's completely something else, but it doesn't really matter. The Amoonguss Kingdom brought Mega Charizard Y, Landorus T, Dragonite, Driftblim, Tentacruel, and Aromatisse, where the Death Starmies brought Fortress, Quagsire, Raikou, Spiritomb, Azumarill, and Breloom. It's kind of sad, of course, that Cornet didn't bring his Mega Charizard X, so he could have the Charizard versus Charizard matchup, but hey, Kone decided to cockblock it, but yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So, also
Let's
this is
go with
Tentacruel, where Kone leads with the Raikou. This, of course, is favorable lead for the Raikou. The Lando comes in on the Volt Switch. Then Raikou goes for an HP Ice on the Landorus. It does a lot, but it doesn't kill. It does like 95%. Then the Landorus goes for an EQ, but the Raikou doesn't die because it had Shuka Berry. So that's the ground reducing berry. Which forces the Landorus to switch into the Tentacruel. Tentacruel tanks the Hidden Power Rise, of course. But then the Raikou just goes for Volt Switch on the Tentacruel into the Florges? Into the fortress. I wrote down Florges. To take the Sludge Bomb. So yeah. Then the fortress sets up the rocks. On the incoming Drifblim switch in. The Drifblim then immediately goes for Defog, while the Drifblim gets toxic. Toxic. Sounds good.
Sure.
This Drifblim was Facade Drifblim, but that only did like 12% of Fortress. Then at some point, thanks to some Gyro Balls and the toxic damage racking up, the Drifblim was at 1% HP and it decided to go for Destiny Bond, but Fortress protected, so the Drifblim sadly died to the toxic damage. So the Fortress kills the Drifblim with the toxic damage. Fortress goes for a double protect on the Charizard switch in, which makes sure the Fortress is at full HP, so it can live a Flamethrower from the Charizard. But it actually went for Solar Beam on the Protect, which of course was kind of interesting, maybe predicting like the Quagsire switch in. I think he probably predicted the Quagsire switch in. So the Fortress is back to full. Charizard pops the Sturdy while Fortress goes for Rocks, of course. Also doesn't have a way to remove it, so Landorus will die on the switch in. Just heads up. Then Charizard kills the Fortress with Flamethrower. The Breloom comes in. This is Sash Breloom. So the Flamethrower from Charizard procs the Sash and the Breloom kills Charizard Y with a Rock Tomb. Then the Aromatisse comes in. The Breloom decides to go for Spore. Then Bullet Seeds absolutely murders the Aromatisse. It hits 3 times, so it would have killed, but the Aromatisse was Citrus Berry, so it didn't. Then Aromatisse switches into the Dragonite. It takes a lot of damage from the Rock Tomb. Then the Dragonite kills the Breloom with an Aqua Jet. Following turn, the Quagsire comes in. The Dragonite roosters up to back to full, and some turns later, the Spiritomb, or a turn later, the Spiritomb goes in against the Dragonite. It gets a crit foul play on the. Or at first, Will-O-Wisps the Dragonite, so it's kind of burned. It is burned pretty much, and also kind of crippled because also doesn't have a Heal Baller on his team. Then the Spiritomb gets a crit foul play, which turned out to be quite big, because the foul play otherwise would have been a 2-hit KO, and now the Dragonite was really low, so that of course really sucked for Oz. The Dragonite Dragon Tails out the Spiritomb into the Raikou. So Oz decides to go for an Aqua Jet on the Raikou, but it just switched out in the Spiritomb, so Spiritomb tanks it. Then the Spiritomb kills the Dragonite with burn damage. Then the following turn, Spiritomb kills the Tentacruel with foul play, and the turn after that, the Spiritomb kills the Aromatisse with foul play. And the Landorus dies on the switch in, thanks to rocks from Fortress. So Fortress picking up 2 kills, or Fortress picking up 2 kills, Spiritomb picking up 3 kills, and both Breloom, Mega Charizard Y, and Dragonite pick up 1 kill.
Yeah.
4-0 victory for the Death Star armies.
Yeah, this match was very interesting because of some of the sets and plays. Aqua Jet over Extreme Speed.
Yeah.
Dragonite.
That was kind of weird. I think Aqua Jet does more to Mega Charizard than E-Speed does.
It does not, because it's neutral for Charizard X.
Yeah, but I think Aqua Jet's also neutral because of the Dragon typing.
Yeah.
So
and Extreme Speed space 80 and Aqua Jet space 40.
Yeah, so E-Speed would have done more. So
yeah.
Let's just say that to us that next time he has to bring E-Speed every single time.
Yeah. And you left out the turn that Tentacruel died from foul play. It went for Rapid Spin.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah. On a ghost.
Oh yeah. I forgot it. It went for Rapid Spin on Spiritomb, but that doesn't really work.
It's fine.
It's whatever. Let's go ahead and go to the 5th battle. Hayden, go ahead, man.
I believe my next battle is Xavier's battle. So Xavier, coach of the Dallas Victory Stars, versus Blaze, coach of the New Orleans Pidgeys. Xavier brought Hawlucha, Mega Diancie, Hydreigon, Jirachi, Heliolisk, and Mismagius, while Blaze brought Vaporeon, Zoroark, Gramble, Alakazam, Mew, and Staraptor. They led Mega Diancie and Vaporeon a quick protect to get Magic Bounce up so it can't get poisoned and burned and whatnot without Scald. So a whole bunch of switching, like I'm not going to read out all the switches, but a whole bunch of switching goes on over the next 17 turns. Basically, Vaporeons and Heliolisks and then Brambles and then Jirachis, and it just clumps up for 17 turns. And then finally, turn 18, something new happened, and instead of Gramble, it turned out to be a Zoroark, and Heliolisk takes it out with a Volt Switch. Then, turn 20, the real Gramble came out, but this time against a Mismagius on a Shadow Ball, and Mismagius actually gets a crit, so the next Shadow Ball ends up being a definite kill instead of a roll. And then some more switching happens, and then turn 26, Vaporeon gets parried, allowing Hawlucha to get a free sub. And then basically, this repeats. Basically, Xavier was hoping that Blaze would not get parried, so it actually worked against him with Vaporeon getting parried so much because the Scald did break the sub. And if you guys don't know, Hawlucha is unburdened, so once that citrus pops, he outspeeds everything, and basically that finally happened turn 29, and Hawlucha goes for acrobatics, takes out the Vaporeon, then the following 3 turns takes out the Mew, Alakazam, and Staraptor because it outspeeds them all, and acrobatics is now base 120, stab,
110.
nothing's going to take it. So, is it 110?
Yeah, because it's 55 base.
Oh, it's 55. I thought it was 60.
And then it gets doubled.
Okay. So, Hawlucha picks up, 4 kills?
Yep, 4 kills.
Yeah,
And Miss
4
Mason and
kills.
Heliolisk both pick a 1 kill.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Hawlucha picking up another 4 kills. Basically goes to show you that Hawlucha is currently the murderer of the ISL. So, that sent him to jail, in my opinion, but hey. He should be treated the same as Mega Metagross currently, but hey. Yeah, I basically don't have anything to say more about the battle because it was basically 6-0. So week 1 and week 2 all have a 6-0. As of yet, 2 battles in week 2 happened. No, or 3 battles happened actually. No 6-0s as of yet. So week 3 looking to be a little bit more exciting than the week 2. Because
yeah, this was basically just...
This was Stomp week, pretty much.
Yeah.
Currently, at this moment, we had a 4-0, a 4-0, a 3-0, a 4-0, and a 6-0. And then we still have 2 battles left. Okay, let's go into the 6th battle. This battle was probably the most exciting battle of this week, in my opinion. It's a cheeky Landos coached by Will facing off against the Cincinnati Regigigas coached by Damon. Will brought the Talonflame, the Hitmonlee, the Electro, Starmie, Swampert, and Miltank. Where the Cincinnati Regigigas brought Megalophony, Goodra, Victini, Slowking, Gardevoir, and Gligar. This game is really interesting because this battle only took 16 turns, and you will see why it only took 16 turns.
Very fast.
Will decides to lead off with Talonflame, while Damon leads with the Megalophony. Megalophony is fake outs and Mega evolves on the Talonflame. The Megalophony, of course, is forced to switch out because of Gale Wings, and the Talonflame just decides to go for Sword Stance, like it's no big deal. The Gligar comes in as a dedicated switch in for the Talonflame, but the Talonflame had a trick up its sleeve. It brought Natural Gift with the berry that turns Natural Gift into Ice type. So the Gligar just got blown back. It got OHKO pretty much.
Yeah, it was a crit too.
It wasn't a crit, the next thing was a crit.
No, they were both crits.
They were both crits? Then
They were both crits.
Whatever. I don't think the crit on the Gligar mattered. The crit on the incoming Slowking with Brave Bird did matter, because if it was not a crit, it only had a 16% chance to kill a max defense, max HP, positive defense nature Slowking. So the crit was kind of a big deal. Of course, there was the chance that it would die instantly to a Brave Bird because the Talonflame was actually adamant. But still, the crit kind of sealed the deal for the Talonflame to pick up the kill.
Yeah.
And then the Goodra comes in and also gets blown back by Talonflame. So Talonflame picking up 3 kills within 5 turns, pretty much.
Yeah.
The Lopunny just comes in and kills with Fake Out. After that, the Starmie comes in. Both the Lopunny and Starmie do quite a lot with Hydro Pump and Return. It is shown that Starmie is choice scarred because it outsped the Lopunny. Then the Gardevoir comes in on the second Hydro Pump, where the Gardevoir goes for Moonblast next turn onto the incoming Electros. There's probably like 50%. Then the Electros knocks off the Assault Vest from the Gardevoir, while the Gardevoir kills a turn later with the third Moonblast. It's fine. Then Hitmonchan comes in, kills the Gardevoir with Fake Out. Then the Victini comes in, and Hitmonchan knocks off the Absorb Bulb from the Victini. Really interesting to see Absorb Bulb. It was probably for like Swampert or something. I don't really know. I didn't ask Damon as well, but Absorb Bulb Victini was funny to look at, in my opinion.
Now, what's funny about that is I actually was gonna run that 1 week last season because I thought it became an immunity.
Yeah, but
it doesn't. Yeah.
It doesn't
So
give you immunity.
Screw that.
You still take like max damage from a super effective hit.
Yeah,
So it's not really positive to run Absorb Bulb, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Damon wanted to try it out. Didn't matter in the end because it died to a stone a turn later. This Victini was special Victini because it did 66% with overheat to the Hitmonchan. So the Lopunny comes in, kills the Hitmonchan with a Fake Out, and the turn after the Starmie just kills the Lopunny with Psyshock. This battle took 16 turns, as I said, and ends up in a 3-0 victory for Will and the cheeky Landos. So Will going 2-2 or 2-0, and Damon going to 1-1.
Yeah, not much else to say. I mean, it was only 16 turns, so.
It was one of the fastest battles I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It was fast. I can tell you that. So yeah, if you can go ahead and go to the last battle, man.
Okay. The last battle is Gavin, the Utah Wheeze, versus Michael at the Green Bay Pallias. And something actually came up for Michael in his personal life, and a few things got agreed to, and eventually Cam ended up battling for Michael. I don't know. Just, it happened.
It happened. It didn't really matter.
So Gavin brought Roserade, Crebalion, Mega Pinsir, Latios, Fable, and Weezing. And Michael and Cam brought Celebi, Diggersby, Mega Altaria, Jolteon, Milotic, and Skarmory. It was a Roserade versus Milotic lead, so obviously the Milotic was going to switch out, and it switched out into Skarmory, but Roserade had Sleep Powder for it. It broke Skarmory's Sturdy with Giga Drain, and looking at that damage, he should have known that it was especially defensive, and the Hidden Fire wouldn't kill, but he did go for it, did 50%. Basically, the Skarmory did nothing in this whole game, just stayed asleep. So turn 6, Roserade takes out the Mega Altaria after a few Sludge Bombs and then Giga Drain. Then turn 8, Diggersby came in, turn 7, hit Weezing, which was physically defensive, did over 50%. Weezing was not Black Sludge, so Diggersby did take out Weezing with the second return. Then a few switches happened. Turn 12, Roserade takes out Skarmory finally with HP Fire. Then turn 13, with no more switches in for Diggersby, Gavin sacks off Roserade, so Diggersby gets its first kill of the season. Then turn 23, after a whole bunch of switches and stally nonsense, Diggersby comes in after a baton pass. Basically, Celebi was sub Sword Stance baton pass, and it baton passed into Diggersby, so it got a free switch in on the Latios, and it ended up taking Latios out with return after Gavin decided to take the sub out with Latios, and then a few switches happened, and turn 26, Mega Pinsir takes out Milotic with return. Turn 27, Jolteon goes for Thunderbolt on Clefable and gets the Para, which is kinda sucks, but he had a Clefable, so no one's gonna have sympathy for him.
Nope.
And turn 34, basically just things started dying and then revenge killing. Clefable takes out Celebi with Moonblast. Diggersby comes in turn 35, takes out the Clefable with return. Then turn 36, Cobalion comes in takes out the Jolteon on a switch in with close combat because Diggersby is scarfed, and I assume that because he had Mega Pinsir in the back, Diggersby was gonna switch out and go for, I don't know what move hits both Cobalion and Mega Pinsir, but it doesn't matter because Cobalion turned out to be scarfed also and takes out Diggersby with close combat. Gavin picks up the narrow win, well, I believe the closest win of week 2 at 2-0.
Yeah, so pretty much the closest battle in a sense this week. Because the Diggersby actually picked up 4 kills.
Yeah.
Which of course is kind of scary, and it was on the losing team. Picking up the only kills on his team, still putting in an immense amount of work. So it basically wraps up all the recap battles, or all the battles for week 2. Let's head into the standings. Gotta grab the standings really quick, because I didn't have them in front of me. If you can tell me the standings about Kanto Conference, Damon. Damon?
Oh,
Hayden,
jeez.
go ahead, man. Tell me the
Okay.
difference.
So, here we go. Okay. So, since we are recording this late, there, I believe, what is it? 2 or 3?
Three
battles
battles
have happened. Okay.
Only 2 got updated on the standings though, so just heads up.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try and work around those. Okay, so Kanto Conference Red Division, New England Patriots are 2-0 at a +9 differential after their forfeit win. And in second place, we have the Cheeky Landos, coached by Monkey Man, at 2-0 +5 differential. Then we have myself, coach of the Texas Rhyhorns, at 0-2 -6 differential, and then 2 games back. And then last in the Red Division is Oz, coach of the Amoonguss Kingdom, 0-2 -10 differential, also 2 games back. And over in the Blue Division, Gavin is actually leading the division right now at 2-0 +5 differential.
+6 differential.
+6? He lost 2-0?
Yeah, he lost 2-0.
Yeah.
Did we
Okay.
just spoil the battle?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I'll just cut it out. I'll just cut it out.
Okay.
Okay,
Second
just go
place.
ahead with the Blue Division. Just go
Okay,
ahead, just do the Blue Division
Okay.
again. Okay.
Blue Division, we have leading the pack Gavin, coach of the Utah Wees, at 2-0 +6 differential. Then right behind him, you have Cam, coach of the Manifest City, 2-0 +4 differential. Then you have a couple of 0-2 teams like the Red Division. Blaze, coach of the New Orleans Pidgeys, at 0-2 -8 differential. Yep, I did this backward. And then bringing up the rear, which is actually third place because I did them out of order because someone updated the settings already. Maple, coach of the Palestinian Amoonguss, at 0-2 -7 differential. Also 2 games back. And so the playoffs would look Burke versus Cam and Gavin versus Monkey Man.
Yeah. That's basically the Kanto Conference. Let's go into the Johto Conference, where in the Gold Division, the Dallas Victory Stars, it's still on top. Currently the best team in the league. 2-0 with a +11 differential.
Oh, Jesus.
Then in second place we'll have Bob, coach of the Atlanta Shocks, with a 1-1 win-loss ratio and a +3 differential. Then in third place we have another 1-1 team. We have Michael, coach of the Bay Pallias, with a -1 differential. And then, last but not least, we have me, Ramon, coach of the Rotterdam Staraptors, with 0-2 and a -8 differential. Of course, looking to bounce back, don't worry. Looking to bounce back. Then in the Silver Division we have on top Cornet, coach of the Dead Starmies, 2-0 with a +5 differential. Then second place we have Brayton, coach of the Seattle Superiors, 1-1 with a +3 differential. Third place we have Damon, coach of the Cincinnati Regigigas, 1-1 with a 0 differential pretty much. Then last place we have San Francisco Forfeit Ninetales, 0-2 with a -6 differential. Sorry, I had to make the pun. It doesn't really matter. Boo, we still love you. We still love you. Don't worry. So that basically gives us the following playoff race in a sense. Dallas Victory Stars as the number 1 seed in the Gold Division, looking to face off against Braden, coach of the Seattle Superior, second place with the Silver Division. And then we have Bob, coach of the Atlanta Shocks, second place, or basically the wild card of the Johto, looking to face off Cornet in the Death Starmies, who is currently leading the pack in the Silver Division.
Yeah.
Let's head to the stats, where we have some switching, of course, in the standings, because some months actually destroyed some teams. The top 3 looks as follows. Currently we have Halucha from the Dallas Victory Stars, coached by Xavier, currently at a 6-0 with a +6 differential. But it's not the only thing, because the first place has to be shared. Even though the graphic is probably showing that Mega Pinsir is in second place, it is first place, because it's also 6-0 with a +6 differential. Only picked up 1 kill this week, while the Halucha picked up 4 kills. Kinda, there has to be a difference in a sense. In the third place, we also have another surprise. I think Halucha is kind of surprised. The second surprise in the top 3 is the Diancie, regular Diancie, so not Mega Diancie. Xavier, step up your game.
Well, he has a Lucha, so...
That's true, that's true. And he has a lot more, I can tell you that. So the Diancie is in third place, also with 6 kills, but it has 1 death, so it's at +5 currently. If you can go ahead and talk about the rest of the top 10, man.
Okay, if I mess up these coaches, along with these mods, I apologize. Okay,
I forgot to say.
place.
Oh, wait, I forgot to tell the coaches. Mega Pinsir is from Gavin, coach of the UTWs, and Diancie is from Braden, coach of the Seattle Superiors.
Okay, here we go. Okay, fourth place, we have Diggersby at 4-1, +3, coached by Michael, Green Bay Pallias. Fifth place, tied for fourth place, we have Embor, who basically wrecked shop week 1. Got at 4-1, +3, coached by Cam of Manaphy City. Then also tied for fourth place, Fortress.
Yeah, Fortress.
4-1. Yeah.
Absolutely
Super
amazing.
defensive mon. +3 differential, coached by Cornet.
Yeah, good.
Death Starmies. Okay, good.
Nice.
And then we have 3 more mons tied at 7th. Starting with Mega Adino, 3-0, +3, coached by Burke of the New England Patriots. Then 8th is Spiritomb, 3-0, +3, coached by
Cornet.
Death Starmies. And the last one of the 3-0 and tied for 7th place, we have Starmie, who I as well can't for the life of me remember it, even though I just went over this battle.
Starmie, coached by Will, also known as the Cheeky Landos.
Yeah, Cheeky Landos.
Cheeky
there
Landos.
we go. I'm sorry, guys.
Doesn't
I should have
matter.
put the coach's name. And then 10th place, solo 10th place, we have Kieran Black, 3-1, +2 differential, coached by Cam of the Manaphy City.
Yeah. Let's head into the last part of the recap, where we'll be talking about the schedule. Of course, normally we kind of give our predictions, but we won't be doing that this time for some battles, because 3 battles already happened. So we still have 5 more battles to go.
Okay.
First
we
battle.
can. I think I still want to say my predictions for the battles.
You still want to say them?
Yeah.
But they happened already, so it makes no
Yeah.
sense. Okay, go
But
ahead.
they don't know that they have.
I just told it.
But yeah.
Okay. First battle of next week is going to be some bottom of the pack teams. So 2-0-0, either one of the 2-0-2 teams
There we go.
is going to pick up a win. It's going to be the Texas Rhyhorns, coached by Hayden, facing off against Oz and the Amoonguss Kingdom. My prediction is that Hayden will win 2-0. It's going to be
2-0.
also one of Oz's closest battles this season. 2-0. What's your prediction, man?
I usually don't predict my scores, but I'm going to 7-0.
7-0. Okay. Interesting.
7-0.
Interesting.
Basically, I'm going to beat him so bad that one of his mons is going to jump onto my team.
Yeah, let's go to the second battle. Hayden. It's I see you're tired. It's almost bedtime.
Oh yeah, I'm very tired right
it's
now.
almost bedtime.
Okay. So our second battle for week 3.
Battle of the
is-
week. Battle of the week. Calling it right here. This is the battle of the week. Just
Oh, yeah.
want to point it
Yeah,
out.
it probably is. Yeah, I'm looking at the rest of them. Yeah, this is probably battle week. Okay, so Burke, coach of the New England Patriots, 2-0, leader of the red. Wait, yeah,
Blue.
red division.
Yeah, red division.
And second place in that red division is Will, or Monkey Man, coach of the Cheeky Landos, also 2-0. So, Ramon, who do you have winning this battle?
Oh, this is a really tough one.
Quote unquote heavyweights.
Burke versus Will. This is going to be match of the week, of course. I did some team building with Monkey Man, or with Will. However you want to call him, of course.
Great team.
He's a really good team builder. We team built with two other people. Not gonna tell their names because it doesn't really matter. I was just there.
Yeah, we
as
know
kind
who
of,
you are.
I kind of was there as moral support, in a sense. I didn't really make his teams. But when I looked at Will's team and then facing off against Burke's team, of course can check a lot of Will's mons, but that also is kind of vice versa. I think this will be a really close battle. This will be a 2-0 victory in favor of the Cheeky Landos. Do you think so? Or don't you? Or do you think it's...
Okay, so I faced Will, or Monkey Man. I know his team, how he uses his team.
Defensive.
His team is very scary, as some would say. I gotta go look at Burke's team one more time, because I don't face him until week 5. So, I kind of forgot.
So yeah, white prep, right?
Looking at the two teams, I kind of prefer Monkey Man's team. But Burke is a champion.
And an amazing battler.
Yes.
And a really good team builder.
But I like to switch it up. I don't like back-to-back champions. Okay?
Nope.
So, I'm gonna say Monkey Man 1-0.
Yeah, so Burke. Prove us wrong,
Okay.
man. Try and prove us wrong. Then the third battle, this battle already happened. It's the New Orleans Pidgeys facing off against the Utah Wees.
Okay.
Not gonna predict this battle because it already happened.
Okay.
So go to the fourth battle, man.
Okay. Fourth battle of the week. If our second battle was the match of the week, this would be right under it. I mean, this is just amazing. Cam, coach of the Manaphy City, Season 1 champs, Season 2 runner-ups, versus Maple, coach of the Palestinian Amoonguss.
Yeah.
Who had, enough confidence in his mascot. He drafted it round 1. I am looking for the upset here. I'm calling the upset. Maple wins 1-0.
Yeah, this is probably the game where I think the upset will happen. I think as well Maple... I think this... I don't know. I haven't looked at their teams. I have played against Cameron, so I know what Cameron's team can do, of course. Looking at Maple's team, it is fucking an annoying-ass team.
With Clefty and Emoga.
And Porygon too.
And Porygon
and Latias, and Snorlax, and Gyarados. It's an annoying-ass team, so I think
and
that
he
might...
has Darmanitan to clean up.
Yeah, I think the upset will happen this week.
Okay.
I think the upset will happen.
We're calling for
yeah,
the
1 or
people who get
1 or
this
2-0
reference.
for Palestinian Mohogas, man. If it happens, it's gonna be tough.
Going for the 1-0.
Going for the 1-0, exactly. Always 1-0s if it's close. The fifth battle is going to be the Dallas Victory Stars coached by Xavier facing off against Michael, coached with the Green Bay Pallias. Of course, if Michael doesn't have like personal issues. This is also a really good match because it's an in-division or in-conference in-division match. Every match is in division, so of course.
Is it?
Yeah, every match this week is in division. So yeah, this just makes it a little bit more exciting.
Yeah.
But Michael facing off against Xavier. I have to look at Michael's team really quick. Victoria. Yeah.
It's Megateria. You're just like, okay.
Yeah, and the
calm
Diggersby,
down.
of course. Diggersby is a really scary mon if you combine it with Scolipede. So Michael has good chances because I don't really think Xavier has stuff for a +2 or a +3 speed Diggersby. So
Except
I think
for then you realize
that Xavier is probably one of the best team builders and he will pick something for that.
Yeah, that Hulucha set will be
Remembered.
just it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, I think his Hawlucha's probably gonna do something because his Hawlucha did stuff
It's gonna
every
be choice
week.
scarfed and banded at the same time.
Yeah, and then also both items will get knocked off, and then it still has the bandit and the choice scarf boost, plus a burden, plus a yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad time.
I feel really. This battle is hard to predict. I think I will give it this one to Xavier, probably 2-0. Just because I think his team is going to be really ridiculous for Michael, just as he did against me.
I believe I said this last week. In the now, what is it, 22 games Xavier's played in the regular season of the ISL, he's 20-2.
Yep, 20 and
That's
2.
a great record.
No, he's 8. Yeah, he is 20 and 2.
He's 20-2.
Oops.
I'm gonna bet on the 20-2 and not the 1-. I'm gonna say 1-0 because Michael's really only coached 1 week.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if he made the team actually for week 2.
I believe he made the team and then just gave it to Game.
Yeah, but of course you don't.
I'm gonna say this is a bit of a surprise because Michael did play well week 1, but Xavier has been playing extremely well, kind of like he did season 1 when he had a ridiculous differential. I'm going to say 4-0 Xavier. 4-0.
Ballsy.
Ballsy.
Yeah. Let's go to the 6th battle, man.
Okay,
We're already
battle
taking like an hour again.
Well, they love hearing us talk. Okay.
Yeah, I'd imagine they do.
They do.
Okay, if you say so, go ahead. Talk more.
Okay. So our 6th battle is my co-host Ramon of the Rotterdam Staraptors versus Bob of the Atlanta Shocks. What's gonna happen? Ramon, what are you gonna do?
Play Bob and destroy him. Because when I was team building for him, I noticed that my team outclasses his in a sense. Of course, he has some threats that can really destroy my team if I don't prep well against it. But
He's very bulky.
I have stuff to take his team on, and I think
Super
I
bulky.
will win 3 or 2-0.
3 or 2-0.
Or don't you agree with me?
Hmm.
I'm really scared for his free agency pickups because he did 3 free agency pickups. He picked
Now,
up
seeing
Dusknoir,
that-
Neuver, and Sharpedo.
Yeah. But seeing that Mega Heracross does deal with basically every threat on his team, well, all his walls.
Except for Dusknoir. Dusknoir is a
Yeah,
threat,
Dusknoir.
but I can work around it.
But yeah, you have other stuff to deal with Dusknoir, but
Oh, Heracross can deal with Dusknoir as well.
Powdon,
Trust me.
What's another one? Togetic. You just get so much coverage on Mega Heracross.
I can Oko everything except for Dusknoir. And Scizor. I don't Oko Scizor.
I would say a 2-0 because of Mega Heracross.
Yeah, Mega Heracross, people. Mega Heracross. It's going to happen. Let's go into the second to last battle. It's going to be Braden, coach of the Seattle Superiors, facing up against Boo and San Francisco 49ers. This battle already happened, so we know Boo was able to play this week.
Yeah. Boo's first battle of Season 3.
Although I don't know the outcome.
It's not posted.
It's not posted. I can see the teams, but I don't know the outcome.
There's also a link that we could watch.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch it now. Let's do it after the game.
But should we watch it and commentate?
No.
Right now.
We don't.
Okay.
We shouldn't. We shouldn't.
Okay.
Looking at, of course, Boo's team is ridiculously bulky. Suicune, Mega Camerupt, Cresselia,
Oh, yes.
Kelder, some more ridiculous stuff. But,
Also, he has Ditto.
and he has Ditto. But Braden played really well against you last week. So I
He
think
did.
Braden will bring the sets he has to bring versus Boo, and I think Braden will win this game probably 2-0. Even though I don't know the outcome yet.
Okay, I'm looking at the teams that are on the board. I'm not going to say them out loud. We know what teams were brought. We don't know who won.
No, we know the teams. I mean, we have them in front of our faces, but
Yeah, we
don't know
see
who
that
won.
our eyeballs are processing the information.
Yep.
And mine say... I don't see why... Okay. Do you see this one? I don't know. I don't know why that's there. Because looking at its team, it just gets...
Yeah, because this
back.
is there. This thing
Yeah.
and this thing. Both of them kind of make up for this thing.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
We know what we're talking about. You guys will find out next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that because of Boo's walls, and I want to see how he uses Ditto.
Oh yeah.
Spoiler, he brings Ditto.
Shit, we spoiled something again. Fuck. Doesn't matter.
Plus, I want Boo to come out on a winning streak after having to forfeit the first 2 weeks. So I'm going to say he bounces back and wins against a good opponent 2-0.
It's likely because his team is so ridiculously bulky.
Yeah.
I mean, Cresselia is retarded, Suicune is retarded.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I forgot he drafted Cresselia.
It's making me fucking shiver. I don't have to face it this season, so
This
I
is why
was
no
happy.
one drafted Chansey, okay? We
That's
set
true.
rules that we make fun of whoever drafts the bulkiest mons.
So we make fun of Bo this season.
Yes.
Yep, he's kind of the, we call it the piss ball in the Netherlands. We call it the piss ball. Yeah, freely translated to English, of course, the piss ball.
Okay. I don't know what that translates to.
Oh,
So we're
it's
just
just
gonna have to
basically
use
a
that.
pole, like a lantern, but shorter, you know, where you piss against. You piss against the pole. So when you have to
Okay.
piss, you do it
Last
against the pole. I don't know.
Our last battle for week 3 is Cornet, coach of the Death Star Army, starting up season 2-0 versus Damon, coming off his first real battle of the season because he got a forfeit week 1, I believe.
Yep.
1-1. Damon's team is scary on top, non on the bottom. If you know what I mean.
I know
His first few picks are
monsters.
great, but he said he did get sniped a lot,
Yep.
and just started picking stuff, and it didn't turn out great. And Cornet, from the first 2 battles that I have watched, he is great late game.
Yeah. he knows what
And
to
I
do,
think
too.
that's what's going to help him prevail this week
Yeah.
in a 2-0 contest with Damon.
Yeah, I personally, this is kind of like this, not the battle of the week, but it's kind of like a pseudo battle of the week because Damon has been smack talking like crazy.
Oh yeah, he does that. It's funny.
He smack talk like shit in the chat. So I am extremely hoping that Cornet is going to beat Damon. I know that's super dicky and super cocky of me, of course, but I think Cornet will beat him like 1 or 2-0. Because of course Damon has Mega Lopunny and Victini are hella scary, but he said that he doesn't know how to use Mega Victini, regular Victini. So that
and he
may
drafted
come to
it
bite him in the
again.
ass.
I don't understand.
Yeah, so I'm thinking as well that Cornet will win because he can bring a lot of stuff to counter Mega Lopunny and Victini. Just because his other mons aren't that threatening. He of course has stuff like Goodra.
Okay.
Tornadus Incarnate's not that amazing. Nidoking is really good. Gligar is kind of a threat. Escavalier does really well against Cornet's team. But hey, Rotom-Mow, Evola, Gardevoir. I'm not really impressed by that.
Okay. Also, there's something new coming this week. I guess you could say new. Basically, the first transactions have gone through, and I just went back to the transaction chat, and I'm going to tell everybody what everyone picked up.
If you can
real
tell them
quick.
really quick, I'm gonna pee really bad because I really have to piss.
Okay.
Tell them the
Uh,
transactions. I'll be back
I'll
soon.
tell them, and if I finish fast, I will try and stall.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, so Bob, coach of the Atlanta Shocks, dropping Venusaur, Trevenant, and Houndoom, and picking up Sharpedo, Dusknoir, and Noivern. Then I am scrolling. Maple is dropping Dusclops and picking up Persian. Oz is dropping Drifblim and picking up Slacking. Very interesting choice right there. I think Slacking can put in work in the right situations. Then Blaze, coach of the New Orleans Pidgeys, dropping Rotom Frost for Dusclops. Then Monkey Man, or Will, coach of the Cheeky Landos, is dropping Ariados, the most questionable pick of the draft besides Emolga, for Meloetta. And then Oz is dropping Absol and picking up Houndoom. Cam, coach of the Manif City, is dropping Volcarona and picking up Azelf. Myself and Gavin made a trade. I am sending Entei and Perugly over to Gavin, coach of the Talweez, for Rotom Heat and Wheezing. I am also dropping Magneton for Cinccino. Gavin is also dropping Ferrothorn for Zygarde. And Oz said never mind on the Absol for Houndoom. He is dropping Aromatisse for Bioplume. And Cam also changed his mind. He's dropping Volcarona for Ferrothorn. Wish people would just make up their mind and not, boom. Gavin is dropping Zygarde for Azelf. So basically he picked up Zygarde's like, I don't need you anymore. I'm picking up Azelf. Ramon, my co-host, is trading with Oz. Ramon is trading Mamoswine, and in return he is getting Rotom Wash. So Oz will have Mamoswine next week. And I believe that is all the trades and free agency pickups so far.
Yeah.
You back, Ramon?
That's
okay,
true.
he is back.
I was listening. I hopped in on the last second,
Okay.
where you were talking about me. So that's fine, I guess. Whatever. So yeah, a lot of trades happening. They are kind of on the screen right now in short. So I just wrote down. I just write down the trades really quick. Don't want to make a fancy graphic because I am kind of short on time. Might do that next week, and also because there are like fucking 20.
There's like
20
drops.
Like 20 trades and drops and whatever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff changed. So, this basically wraps up the week 2 recap. Be sure to join us next week when we'll be bringing you the week 3 recap, of course. From the battles that happened week 3, some exciting stuff happened. Next week. That sounds so stupid.
And Ramon, did he pick up his first win or not?
Nope. Doesn't matter. That doesn't
matter.
That doesn't really matter. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And of course, be sure to join us next week when we will bring you guys the week 3 recap of the 3rd season of the ISL. See you guys then. Goodbye, guys. Hayden, say goodbye.
See you guys.
Thank you.